superstar, you did it. You started your clear aligner therapy treatment. We're so honored that you chose us here at SmileOn Orthodontics to help you along your journey to a fantastic new smile. You'll notice that one of our clinical assistants that was just helping you left you with this clipboard and a new patient success agreement. We're going to go over it together. I'll go over it line by line and you can initial as we go through things. So the first line on there is for the home care kit. You've got that insulated grocery bag. It's full of awesome things that are going to help you be successful with Invisalign. The first thing you'll notice in there is a rechargeable electric toothbrush from Oral-B. Hygiene is going to be really important while you're in Invisalign. It's always important. But you're going to want to keep your teeth nice and clean like you normally would. We're going to ask that you brush 3 times a day. Doc Ock likes his 3-2-1 rule. So brushing 3 times a day, first thing in the morning, after lunch or after school or work, and then before bed. You're going to mouthwash twice a day, morning and evening, and you're going to floss once a day like you normally would. That's the beauty of Invisalign. You can take it out and brush, floss, and mouthwash like you normally would. So it's the first thing that's in there. You'll also notice that you've got a black little pouch. In it is this little box. Inside the box is your case. Around here, Doc Ock likes to say, if it's not in your face, it's in your case. So your aligners are going to want to be in one of 2 places, either on your teeth, 22 hours out of the day, and those other 2 hours when you're brushing, flossing, or eating, you're going to want to keep the aligners in your case. So that is in there. And then we've also got chewies. So chewies are little, they're called clenchies as well. You're going to chew on them to help seat your aligners. So your aligners are going to snap and fit right onto your teeth. The chewies, when you chew on them, help to seat those aligners nice and snug onto your teeth. You've got a tongue scraper in there. It's fantastic for keeping all that bacteria off of your tongue. You've also got Plaque Refresh. It's an ultra hydrating mouthwash for dry mouth. You'll also notice that there is a SmileOn Orthodontics file in there. You're going to use those to help file and smooth out any rough edges for your aligners. So go ahead and initial that we've gone over the home care kit. Next on the sheet, you'll see Invisalign Instructions. I mentioned before that you're going to wear them 22 hours of the day. They're only going to come out when you're brushing, flossing, and taking care of your oral hygiene, or when you're eating. So for those 2 reasons only. Again, use those chewies to seat them, and then eat and drink like you normally would. We'll go over diet in just a minute. Go ahead and initial there. And then this next one is brushing. So brushing, we're going to recommend that you use either a soft bristle brush or an electric toothbrush like the Oral-B included in your kit. And to keep your aligners clean, we're going to ask that you use a non-abrasive soap, like hand soap or dish detergent, to keep those aligners nice and clean. You're going to want to brush your teeth after every meal before reinserting those aligners to make sure your mouth is full of any food debris. Initial right next to brushing. The next line here is diet. The nice thing about Invisalign is that it comes out anytime you're going to be eating, so you're able to eat most things like you normally would. However, you'll notice that throughout your mouth you have attachments. We are going to ask that you stay away from anything sticky, chewy, gooey, hard that may break those attachments off of your teeth. We want to keep those attachments on your teeth, so just stay away from anything that may not be the best choice. And we also ask that you stay away from any acidic or sugary drinks as well. If you are going to have a soda or some coffee, finish it with your aligners out of your mouth, only clear liquids with the aligners in, and then go ahead and swish out if you're not able to brush. Brushing is the best option, but if you can't brush, then at least swish out with water before putting those aligners back in. Initial next to diet. Next, you'll see that there's a line that says Discomfort. Sometimes when you start on a new aligner tray, there is a little bit of discomfort. That's just your teeth and your mouth feeling the pressure of movement. We're going to ask that you give it a few days to get used to that movement. It may take a little while. Use Tylenol if you need. We ask that you stay away from Advil or ibuprofen. Advil or ibuprofen decreases the likelihood of inflammation in the mouth. Inflammation is just a sign to our body that there's something going on there. Our body sends cells there to create movement with the aligners. So try to stay away from Tylenol, or try to stay away from Advil or ibuprofen. Go ahead and use Tylenol. Please initial next to discomfort. Speech. It does take a little getting used to having those aligners in your mouth. You'll notice you may have a little bit of a lisp. The more you wear your aligners, the more you'll notice that will go away. So wear those aligners like a rock star. You'll get used to talking with them. Initial next to speech. We talked about your aligner case. That's the black case in here in your box. Remember, if it's not in your face, it's in your case. And initial next to aligners. The next line you'll see on the new patient success agreement is for appointments. You'll typically come to see us every 10 to 12 weeks during the Invisalign process. At those visits is when we make sure that you're tracking along your journey just as you should, and make any changes should we need to. Most of your appointments we're able to schedule at convenient times that work with your schedule, but there are going to be some key visits that may take a little bit longer, like today's visit where you got the aligners and the attachments. Those visits we do tend to do in the middle of the day because they require more doctor time for Doc Ock, and he wants to make sure that he has the time he needs to spend with you chairside. The quicker visits in between, the bulk of the visits, can be scheduled either before or after work or school. We like to spread the wealth around here with visits. We want to make sure everybody in our practice is able to get visits that they're comfortable with schedule-wise. So we ask that you schedule some visits before and after school, but be cognizant and comfortable with having at least a handful of visits that'll happen during the middle of the day. Go ahead and initial there. Also wanted to mention with appointments, we do have a 3-strike rule, and we know that things happen, people get sick, you're unable to make it to your appointments sometimes. We ask that you give us more than 24-hour notice, but if you're not able to, we give you 3 opportunities before we charge for that 4th and every visit beyond that within a 24-hour rescheduling window. Progress. We want to make sure that you're following Doc Ock's prescription for aligner changes. So we ask that you change your aligners as many days as the assistant and Doc Ock recommended. For some of you, it may be 5-day changes. For some of you, it may be 7-day changes. The most important thing is that we want to make sure those aligners are seating well with every single change. So don't preemptively or prematurely change into the next set of aligners if your teeth just aren't ready for them. Please initial next to progress. You'll notice that there's a business card in your contract folder. It is your lifeline to our office. We're available in here for you anytime that you need us. You can text us, it's really easy through the website, or give us a call. In evenings, weekends, we may not be able to pick the phone up, but if you leave a message, somebody will get back to you as soon as possible. And you can also use this business card as a complimentary exam for someone else. So now that you're on your way to a new smile, know you want to share that love with somebody else. So tell your friends and family about us. Tell them what a wonderful experience you're having here at SmileOn Orthodontics. We'll do everything that we can to make sure that your Invisalign journey is a successful and happy and exciting one. And we want you to share that feeling with all your friends and family. And the last thing on here is the Clin Check. We have a short video of the progress of your treatment. Doc Ock's worked hard on it. It starts with the scan that you got taken about a month ago. That gets in, and from that, a video is made of the movements of every aligner in the progress of your treatment. So if you're interested in wanting to see your Clin Check or would like it sent to you, just let the assistant know when she gets back chairside, and she'll be happy to text it to you. Just go ahead and initial next to Clin Check. Now that we've gone over the entire new patient success agreement, there's a place down at the bottom that says patient signature. Sign that and date it. If you are under 18, your mom or dad, whoever brought you here to the visit, is going to want to sign under parent signature and date. And then when the assistant comes back, she'll sign and date that as well. We'll scan this agreement into your chart. we'll go ahead and give you this initial copy for you to have and refer to. And remember, we're here for you. We're really excited. This is going to be awesome, and we can't wait for all the changes that are going to happen in your mouth. Bye.